I'm pretty sure you all want to know where Afiba and her friend Selena are. You want to know if they are alive or not. Families of both Afiba and Selena, they need to get a closure because it's not easy. From April 27th to now, it's not been easy for them at all. And it looks like the search for these girls and investigations won't be easy at all. Today, Afiba's husband had an interview with Mr. Eso. He's quite popular in Nigeria. And the things Afiba's husband said makes you wonder if these girls will be found soon. I mean, the sort of things that is going on behind the scenes, the investigations and the updates. It's quite worrying, but we're hoping for the best. I'll give you more details of this particular interview that Afiba's husband had before that. Make sure to hit the red subscribe button if you haven't. If today is the first day you're watching me, welcome, Akwaba. This is First to Watch TV. Asimnisi Ahase, and I will be your mom. So, you remember activist Harrison and police officers went to Aba City where they uncovered a body with no head and arms and legs. And Afiba's husband said he had a call from the embassy to Nigeria, the Ghana High Commissioner to Nigeria. And in fact, according to the words of Afiba's husband, from the office of the High Commissioner, they wanted to do a DNA test and an autopsy report because they believe the body that was uncovered by Harrison and the police officers was Afiba. But according to Afiba's husband, that wasn't Afiba. No, he doesn't believe it is Afiba. In fact, the thing they uncovered, let me use thing for it. It looks like probably might be an aged one, not a body of someone who probably has been dead for a few months. So they disputed that. Not only him, but the families of Afiba also disputed the DNA and autopsy test. And because of that, no DNA and autopsy tests were done on the tin or the body that was uncovered at Aba City near Amaechi, the prime suspect's house. In fact, it was his neighborhood. And if you can also recollect, Mr. Ben Samuel, the blogger and UK-based friend of Amaechi, is the CEO of Niger 24 News, a very popular website which is doing quite well in Nigeria. Ben Samuel also said that he believes it was planted. I mean, the body that was uncovered was actually planted by the police officers. And he doesn't even know if Harrison knew about the planting of the body there, because if 27th of April was the date that these girls went missing, how come that after police stormed Amaechi's house on the 8th of May, in fact, not only his house, there were a lot of police officers in the area on that day, the 8th of May, and I believe there were investigations. It was a crime scene, not only in the house but the neighborhood as well. How come that they never uncovered that body that they found with Harrison? After Harrison got involved in the case, that was when the police uncovered the body with no head and arms and legs. So Mr. Ben Samuel has been preaching that the thing they found, the body they found, was actually planted there. And he also doesn't believe it's either Afiba or Selene. But my question is, were these girls even killed by Amaechi? I mean, were they killed? For now, there's no record of or anything that prove these girls are dead or they were killed by Amaechi. The only person who could have given us a hint if these girls are alive or dead was Amaechi, and unfortunately, Amaechi was gunned down. I mean, we were denied of getting to know more about Amaechi. We were denied of getting to know some of the crimes, some of the probable crimes Amaechi had done, because Because if it was other parts of the world, let's say in the UK or US, I'm sure Andrew Amechi would have gone through a thorough investigations, and they will be interviewing him to see the sort of atrocities he's done in the past and what he did to the girls. But now, because the police gunned down Andrew Amechi, we are still searching for these girls. And we don't even know if these girls were killed or not, because there's no record or nothing that proves that Selena or Afiba are dead. I'll give you more details, but before that, let's listen to this particular interview of Afiba's husband and Mr. Eso.
I want to add something else too. I wanted to say, we received a call from the Ghanaian High Commission, that we should accept that the corpse that was found is Afiba's own. And I just came and said, first Afiba's sister, and she refused that, and she called me, and I got so angry, and I started, shouting and saying a lot of bad things. And I said, if I have to drag two countries in this, not even one, two, I'm ready to do that. They are saying this for us to drop the case, and all the investigations will stop. So it's not like Ghana is in cooperation with the Nigerian police, but the High Commission is dragged now into this issue, and when they are dragged in this, they send personnel to go and search. So like Ghana has personnel in each area or each state in Nigeria, and that person is responsible for the foreign affairs of these Ghanaians in that area. And I spoke to those people. One of them was in Lagos, and he flew to Aba. He flew to River State, and then he went to Aba, and he went to the police station, and he was asking them all the questions that I asked him, plus the other investigation stuff, And the police were the commissioner of the Umaya partition was just telling me, "Oh, I see. It makes sense. Yeah, we should ask him this," as if he's learning from him.
Mr. Ben Samuel has gotten a problem with the Nigerian police, especially with this particular Selena Afiba's case. And according to him, even though people believe that Andrew Amechi, the prime suspect, sent him so many information, videos of him doing nasty things to girls, people were expecting Ben Samuel to either report to the UK authorities or the Nigerian police. But according to Ben Samuel, he was afraid of his life. He was scared for his life, actually, because this same police could snitch on him. The Nigerian police could snitch on him. And Mr. Ben, he has families in Nigeria, and definitely he will go back to Nigeria. So what if he had reported to the Nigerian police, and then they snitch on him? They tell Andrew Amechi that your own friend reported you to us. I'm sure something bad would have happened to him. That was the reason why, according to him, he didn't report to the police in Nigeria, because he was scared for his life. But if you listen to some of the analysis of Ben Samuel, I think there are some of the things that he says people are actually not taking good note of it. It was through Mr. Ben Samuel's analysis and his rant on social media that we got to know that the police in Nigeria extorted money from Andrew Amechi, and later they gunned him down. Could it be that Andrew Amechi was organizing this crime or doing this crime with someone else who probably is in the Nigerian police force?
Okay, this is going to be a breaking news to anybody who is listening now, because you got to take it to the press as well. I think police have a hand in the girl's disappearance.
And if you've not heard the story of Miles Brand, last week, a police officer in United States, in Georgia State, was jailed for life. Guess what he did? That story is quite similar to this Afiba and Helen story. A 16-year-old girl, Susanna, who was walking by the roadside, went missing. And Her families were looking for her. Did posters, reported to authorities, to the police. So they were searching for this 16-year-old girl, Susanna. But guess what? A police officer, this particular police officer, Miles Brand, met this girl on the roadside, kidnapped her, did all sort of things to her, and later killed her. But this same police officer was covering up and was moving with the families, acting like he was helping the families to find out where this girl was located or wherever. And now it has been established that Miles Brand was the one that killed this girl, kidnapped her, placed her somewhere, did a perfect cover up. A police officer, he went silent. And in fact, now he's been sentenced to life. So it's like you were wondering if Amaechi was probably doing his crime, his kidnapping. In fact, if indeed he's killed these girls with an accomplice who probably is in the Nigerian police or not, because looking at how things are unfolding, I don't know. Maybe his friend also had a clue that his friend Ben Sam also had a clue that Amaechi had the police with him, or they were backing him, and that was why it was unfortunate on his behalf to report it to the Nigerian police themselves, because obviously he knew the police were working hand in hand with his friend Amaechi in doing his crime, because Ben Sam has actually stated that in this particular video.
Breaking news to anybody who is listening now, because you got to take it to the press as well. I think police have a hand in the girl's disappearance.
It's getting serious day by day. I mean, not only Afiba's husband, but the family of Afiba. In fact, his brother went to Nigeria to search for him. He's back to Ghana because he believes the system is not really working well. He doesn't really trust how the things are going. And in fact, the same way Afiba's husband rejected DNA and autopsy tests and all that, the family of Afiba also rejected that idea. They disputed the notion that the lifeless body was Afiba. No, they say after seeing it, the bones and all that, it doesn't really look like somebody who died recently. So they didn't allow any DNA test and autopsy to be done on the body that was uncovered by Harrison and the police officers. I mean, this story is serious. You just don't know what is happening. We're just praying and hoping to find these girls, whether they are alive or not. But personally, I believe these girls are probably alive. Yes, that's my belief. I don't think they are dead, because there's no proof, nothing at all to prove that, even though we were denied the chance to know more about some of the crimes that Amaechi has done, because the police unfortunately couldn't handle him well. He was gunned down by some vigilante group whilst he was in their custody. In some parts of the world, in UK or US, if a suspect like Amaechi is arrested, investigations will go on. Yes, proper one. They will do interview. They would sit down with him so that the suspect will speak. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. No video records or no visuals proving that when Amaechi was arrested on the 8th of May, they interviewed him or questioned him. Unfortunately, it is only Amaechi that can tell us if Afiba and Selen is alive. But you watching, you can bring your comments under this video. Do you believe that Amaechi probably did his crime with an accomplice who might be a police officer, and that was why he was being protected, or the police just extorted money from Amaechi